we're going to inform you several 5 quotes yang biasanya kita pakai untuk di kelas dan ini sebenarnya would support you especially if you really wish that you're going to have self study tentang academic speaking tentang academic IELTS kalian. We have 5 different books. Yang pertama ada Vocab Secrets of Band 9, ini dari Cambridge sekaligus. Jadi misalnya if you really wish that you're going to uh, achieve, nggak mungkin band 9 kali ya, terlalu perfect kita atau mungkin sok-sokan gitu ya, but really it will guide you untuk dapat band score ya 7+ lah kita harapannya gitu ya. Terus ini bukunya dari Cambridge, jadi you are going to get the sample answer of band 9 too, jadi nanti akan mempermudah kalian untuk self study. And also we have the grammar secrets for the band 9 too. Ada juga untuk academic writing for the IELTS, ini untuk tas 2-nya. Habis itu untuk tas 1-nya ini agak sedikit spesial, hanya ini aja yang berwarna nanti ya. Jangan lupa karena ini sebenarnya handbook, jadi yang ada di kelas yang bisa kita pakai untuk support study karena bagaimanapun juga we know exactly when we learn kita butuh yang namanya kita butuh referensi yang tepat. Jadi kita mengambil dari Cambridge karena bagaimanapun juga itu yang sering kita pakai di mana-mana untuk mensupport pembelajaran kita. Jadi kita pakainya untuk di bagian writing-nya we have yang berwarna-warni begini untuk tas 1-nya supaya nanti mempermudah karena ada grafiknya gitu ya. Dan for the speaking we also have that one. Dan ini untuk bagian dari kalau misalnya kita mau di bagian sisi interviewnya untuk di academic speaking-nya untuk di IELTS. Mau lihatkah contoh di dalamnya untuk sampel answer-nya yang band 9 tuh? Di sini contohnya ya, kita ambil yang apa ya? Yang tas 2-nya ya, tas 2, part 2 untuk speaking. Contohnya di sini ada, aku coba bacain ya, ada bukunya tuh sebenarnya tuh tipis-tipis loh. Jadi ini bukunya lebih kayak, kalau menurutku sedaging semua ya, jadi intinya aja untuk di IELTS kalau misalnya mau belajar kayaknya enak banget buat self study. Jadi ini ya gitu. Terus untuk band 9 sampel, aku bacain salah satu bagiannya, ini ada di halaman berapa ya. Terus habis itu ini contohnya gini, ada band 9 sample of part 2 speaking. Ada here is the transcript of the candidate speaking for 2 minutes about the holiday trip. Oh ini ada sampel saja masih petunjuknya, contohnya ini. Nah ini, contohnya di sini ada describe a holiday or trip that you remember well. Ditanya lagi tentang kata-kata when and where this was, what you did, and who you went there with. Satunya lagi, and say why you remember this holiday or trip so well. Ada sampel answer band 9-nya. Aku coba bacakan di sini ya. Jadi nanti kalau misalnya kalian mau belajar dan self study bisa digunakan untuk pertimbangan kalau misalnya mau belajar sendiri. Di sini contohnya ada gini. Let me read. I'm going to talk about a trip that I remember very well, which was a holiday in Paris, the capital of France. This happened in 2004 in August, so it was right in the middle of the school holidays. In fact, at that time, I was 11 years old and I had just finished my primary school education. So the trip was actually organized by my primary school as a way of marking the end of our studies and the fact that we were going on to secondary school. It was a memorable trip for lots of reasons. Mbak Alia, suaranya agak dikecilkan. Mama lagi live, oke? Okay? Next, poinnya berikutnya tentang what you did ya. Aku baca lanjutannya ya. We knew that Paris was a famous city, and of course, we quickly saw all of most important tourist sites, such as the Eiffel Tower, which was very impressive and gave us an amazing panoramic view from the platform of the top. Aku salah baca, maafkan aku. Mulai dari awal ya. We knew that Paris, bukan dari awal banget. We knew that Paris was a famous city, and of course we quickly saw all the most important tourist sites such as the Eiffel Tower, which was very impressive and gave us an amazing panoramic view from the platform at the top. We also went on trips on the river boats, which gave us a long tour of the city along the banks of the river and let us see the people in Paris doing their daily jobs such as running, shops, and cafes. But we also spent a lot of time in the many museums, especially the art museums, and we went to a huge range of cafes and restaurants in the evening. Personally, I found those evenings just as interesting as the big tourist attractions because we could relax and listen to people speaking French, and we would practice ordering snacks and refreshments in French. In French, I mean. This was tricky at first, but we soon became more confident. Baca sampel answer ternyata agak sedikit sulit ya, enak lebih ngomong sendiri ya. Aku lanjutkan terkait tentang who you went there with. Who you went there with. Who did I travel with? Who did I travel there with? Well, I went with a group of classmates, in particular my best friend at that time. We spoke French quite well and so was a big help in getting around. In fact, he enjoyed showing off and impressing people with his French, which surprised the local people because not many visitors speak the language. We also had two of our primary teachers who escorted us around and arranged the excursions and so on. The teachers were kept very busy, but they always stayed positive and they told us great deal about the city and its history, which we enjoyed. Still talking untuk poin berikutnya, di sini ada di bold gitu tulisannya, "And say why you remember this holiday or trip so well." Jadi ini bagian berikutnya, pertanyaan terakhir dari part bagian keduanya ya. Terus di sini sampai answer-nya dilanjutkan dengan gini, "The reason I remember this trip so vividly is partially because it was very enjoyable and my first experience of staying in another country for more enjoyable." Salah, for more than a few hours. I remember being nervous and then starting to enjoy all the new things we saw. At the same time, unfortunately, we all felt a bit sad because we knew that our primary years were finished and we all knew that secondary school would be harder and more demanding for us. I also remember that the weather was extremely hot, especially on the subway and inside the building during the day, because nobody in Paris seemed to have air conditioning. I remember thinking that I was really strange for such a modern country not to have proper cooling systems. Iya ya, kalau di film tuh nggak ada AC-nya kayaknya. Aku belum pernah ke sana. Terus lanjutan penutupnya dari part 2 yang direkomendasikan sama buku ini untuk band 9-nya adalah one other reason why I remember this holiday was because one of my teachers had an accident. He was walking down the steps. He was walking down the steps outside a museum when it was raining heavily, and he slipped over on the wet stone and broke his arm. He had to go to the hospital and have emergency treatment, and I remember thinking he was very brave after that to continue escorting us pupils around with a broken arm in such hot weather. I don't think I would have been so brave and so patient. Nah, itu. Kalau di sini dinotekan lagi, this candidate spoke for approximately 1 minute 55 seconds. Gitu. Jadi buku ini ngasih rekomendasi ke kalian tentang bagaimana menjawab dengan band 9 yang diharapkan sama Cambridge gitu. Jadi ada band 9 saran jawaban untuk diimplementasikan. Gitu deh, kalau misalnya tertarik untuk membeli bukunya, ini sebenarnya buku untuk dipakai sama member-member The Key yang bagaimanapun juga semuanya harus berdasarkan referensi yang cakep gitu ya, supaya hasilnya juga cakep, nanti kalian juga bisa pakai untuk untuk pakai untuk self study. Kalau misalnya nanti it doesn't work well, jangan lupa come and join us di The Key English Course. Terima kasih, linknya nanti untuk pembeliannya aku taruh di kolom komen ya. Terima kasih banyak. I'm Kartika from The Key. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye-bye.